Hi there, you're looking at my Geek box. This is going to be an unboxing video for January 2016. You can probably tell straight away if you look at the bottom right corner there's rather a bulge. So my Geek box is having some difficulty sizing the contents for its boxes, I presume. Last month it was a double size box with a loose item. This month this was back to being in outer plastic wrap, which I've taken off, but still, it would barely fit inside. I suppose that's probably positive. There's a good amount of weight to this box, but as to what's inside, that will remain a mystery for another minute or so. It is a nice box. I have taken off the plastic wrap, as I said. This was delivered very smoothly by Royal Mail. I have had a few difficulties over the months with my Geek box customer service. I got an email saying that all the problems were cleared up and they've got new subscription software and everything's running smoothly. Well, I've cancelled my subscription for the time being, but having quite a fight to get my money back for at least 6 months of prepaid payments. So I think I've probably got one more box I'd expect to come, but let's see what happens after that. It has been quite a challenge. So let's move on swiftly. I can't remember the theme. I have a feeling it was some kind of fantasy theme, but we'll find out inside, or we may not find out inside because they don't tend to include an information card in here. But maybe we can work it out. It will certainly be worked out for the full review there. And possibly fantasy stroke comic, looking at the first item here. Superman bath duck. Well, it's certainly different. I don't think I've ever had a bath duck inside a box before. Certainly a long time as well since I've had a duck in the bath I've taken, but maybe this is going to be the one to change that. It looks quite nice as these kind of items go. Certainly very different. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Superman. There we go. The soak in safety. Looks like an official item here. Can't see a year, so it's interesting to know when these things are made. But oh, it is a Paladin item. I can just see that in the logo there, bottom half. So quite an interesting way to start things off. Superman bath duck. Let's put him, I'm going to assume Superman is a him, to one side and move on to a t-shirt. So we don't always get t-shirts inside this box, but we have one today. No, I may be telling a complete lie. Maybe it's not a t-shirt because it seems huge, whatever it is. So let's, well, it is a t-shirt. It just seems rather big. I normally take extra large. That looks much bigger than the normal extra large, but perhaps it's not. It just seems incredibly wide for extra large. I think that's probably Game of Thrones reference, which seems to be in several January boxes, but need to verify that. But a nice shield there to go with it. Nice enough item, but it looks huge. That looks like extra large, or possibly 3x large. Let's move on to a keyring. One of my most hated items to have in boxes because too many of them. Legend of Zelda, Skyward Sword, I'm going to presume it's going to be a recent game in the Zelda series. It's not one that I follow, made by Biowolf. We do a lot of these things again. There, nice enough. It's metallic feel, it's very hard. Anyway, there's a Zelda logo to go with it. Not one that's going to be used, but anyway, had worse key rings in boxes than that. Marvel Comics vinyl sticker. I'm sure I've had a similar vinyl sticker in another box, possibly not of the Amazing Spider-Man. See him there, but nice enough as these stickers go. Not sure quite what I'm going to do with it. More of a filler item. We'll put that to one side. Move on to quite Halo 5 Guardians, a 16-month 2016 calendar. So I will say kudos here to my Geekbox for giving me something useful. I can certainly do with another calendar up around the place. And even though I'm not a Halo player, then the artwork here is pretty good. 16 months, I'm going to assume, is going to start from January 2016 and not 4 months ago. It does vary quite a lot. It's not obvious because there's only 12 photos on there, possibly 13 if you include the January one, which isn't duplicated. But okay, this is going to go in my study, which didn't have a spare calendar this year, because I always time my calendars based on how many I get as Christmas presents. So certainly room for one of those. So a nice useful item. Almost a pity it wasn't there at the start of the month. But there you go. And finally, actually, I always am happy to receive books. Certainly one I've not got, New X-Men. So more than happy to take a look in that. I like my comic book series to go with that. never been the biggest X-Men fan, not been my first choice of Marvel, but be interesting to have this. This is New X-Men 114 to 117 in annual 2001. So that probably gives you an idea of the date. Hopefully it's a point where you can just dip in and out. I do have a Marvel Unlimited subscription anyway, so I'm going to guess that the run is on there if this is any good. But it is nice to have the physical book as well. Some good artwork in there too. So, well, that really brings us to the end. And this is one of the cheaper boxes on the market, particularly with subscriptions. So in terms of the value assessment, got to take that into account. Still an information card, unfortunately, which would always be useful. But let's bring all those items together so we can take a look at what we've got. So Super Duck, or Superman Bath Duck, a little vinyl sticker, a little calendar, a Zelda keyring, X-Men graphic novel or collected comics, and the t-shirt. So it's certainly not terrible, but I think there's still more that my Geekbox could do, particularly to sort out the customer service. They're having similar issues to Zavi does, same subscription software, but I think the My Geekbox issues are worse, particularly because it's some that continue from before the change of ownership, which has never been properly resolved there. So, anyway, there you go. So that's the items, January 2016. Thanks for joining me. There'll be a full review up at geeksubscriptionbox.com, and stay tuned, more unboxing videos on the way.